The strongest power of Ryu. We must already know how strong Ryu is, because based on his original body form that we know as Shinki, he is the son of Kazekage Gaara, and how strong Ryu is. We can take an example when he was taking the chunin exam in Konoha. It can be said that the fact that Shinki is the evolution or the best version of Gaara is not nonsense. With the iron sand technique and others, this is not the level of sand that Gaara used, right? And therefore he will be a really tough Shinju to deal with. Who will be his opponent? Because believe it or not, the balanced technique to counter Shinki's technique is a lightning element, right? If Sarada or Mitsuki is Ryu's opponent, who will win? Oh yeah, today is my day. Let's talk about Ryu. Probably from several Shinju, I'm sure you will agree that Shinki is the Shinju with the strongest defense compared to others after Jura, right? And let's talk about who will be his opponent and who will be his target. Then, will there be a rematch between Shinki and Mitsuki? But before that, please, like and subs. Thanks. If you've only been following Boruto since the time skip, then you'll never know what kind of power Shinki has. But for those of you who have followed it long before the time skip, then you will be able to imagine what kind of crazy power the Shinju character named Ryu will have. Maybe as an example is the ability of Kekkei Genkai Magnet. A fact that will make you agree with me. Believe it or not, after he became Shinju, Ryu could manipulate the iron in human blood. Perhaps similar to the Chinoike clan's Kekkei Genkai or Ketsuryugan, that ability can manipulate the blood in the human body. Even though it's the same, it doesn't mean the form of ability it will release is the same. If Ketsuryugan is able to manipulate iron in human blood to explode. While Ryu, maybe his power is to be able to change objects that contain iron and make it a weapon to attack his target. Or simply like the ability to control objects such as swords, kunai, and so on. Meaning when Ryu faces opponents with close-range techniques using swords and others, it will be useless. Because with his Kekkei Genkai, it will definitely be useless, right? And during the Boruto era before the time skip, Shinki used the same method. When he fought against Boruto and Sarada, Shinki showed his fighting qualities. He created a wing and attacked Sarada and Boruto. But from the successive attacks, it turned out that Shinki marked Sarada's body with iron sand. And when none of the attacks hit Sarada, it was as if the attacks returned to Sarada's body like a magnet that stuck. And maybe more or less like that. Oh yeah, if you don't know what I mean, you can see on YouTube the fight between Shinki and Sarada. I can't give you the video here because it would be dangerous for me. You must know this is about violation. Then, because of Shinki's transformation into Shinju, does it make sense that the iron sand can be used to expand the claw marks? So the claw marks formed by Ryu will be much wider than other Shinju. Besides having abilities such as magnetism and turning iron like a sharp weapon, another ability that can be used by Ryu is flying. Although Ryu is not the incarnation of Jubi himself, he has the opportunity to fly like Boruto, Kawaki, and Jura. Shinki has shown that he can create wings from iron sand, and that allows him to fly through the air. In addition to talking about power, we will also talk about who deserves to fight against Ryu. A lot of fans agree that Ryu will definitely fight against Mitsuki. This is because Shinki's fight against Mitsuki did not go all the way. Mitsuki deliberately relented during the battle at the Chunin exam so that we don't know how the actual outcome of the battle between Shinki and Mitsuki. Actually, besides the incomplete fight, there are also other factors that can make their fight will definitely happen again. That factor is the name of Shinju Shinki itself. The name of Shinju Shinki is Ryu. In addition to Ryu meaning iron particles or grains, Ryu in Japanese also means dragon. Mitsuki is closely related to the snakes of the Ryuchi caves, and the snakes of the Ryuchi caves are often referred to as dragons. So the rematch between Shinki and Mitsuki should be the greatest fight. And it could be that the way for Mitsuki to get the ultimate power from Ryuchi might have to successfully defeat Ryu first. And after that, he will be able to get the ultimate power. Then, after Shinki is made into Shinju, there will still be many other shinobi who are made into Shinju in the future. Maybe it looks like this Shinju will eventually only number 10. This adjusts to the Jubi itself, which has a tail of 10. Hagoromo can break Jubi into 9 Biju and Gedomazo statues. Then, Jubi, who has gained the power of Code Claws, will also be able to break himself into 10 new entities. Who else will Masashi Kishimoto make into Shinju? Is Gaara a big possibility to become Shinju, or even Naruto, who will become Shinju in the future? So, who do you think? But talking about Gaara and Naruto, it seems that we have to reconsider and look at some characters who do have the potential to strengthen important characters in this Boruto story. For example, is Sasuke Uchiha. Why was Sasuke chosen to be Shinju by Masashi Kishimoto? Surely the reason is to strengthen Sarada's character. Then why was Matsuri chosen to be Shinju? Surely the reason is to strengthen Konohamaru's character. Then the last is Shinki. The reason why Shinki can become Shinju is probably because there are other reasons and not an accident. And, of course, he was chosen to strengthen Mitsuki's character. Then what's next? Which other characters will be chosen to become Shinju? I won't say Naruto and Gaara. What I said earlier is not entirely serious, because if Naruto becomes a Shinju and loses, it might make Boruto's story short. But clearly, characters who are considered important or valuable to Boruto will mostly become human Shinju. Maybe from each village will be part of the next human Shinju. But I always expect if Naruto becomes a human Shinju to strengthen Kawaki and Himawari. Oh yeah, speaking of humans who will become Shinju, I'm thinking if Orochimaru becomes Shinju. Without you realizing it, Orochimaru actually has an important role, especially since he is Mitsuki's parent. At first, it was a little doubtful about Orochimaru becoming Shinju, but judging from the probability and his role as Mitsuki's parent, it seems like it would make sense if Orochimaru is the person Masashi Kishimoto wants to make the next Shinju. With the same abilities as Mitsuki, it would be a great experience if in the future Mitsuki is the target of human Shinju. Although, as a member of Team 7, only Sarada has been targeted by the human Shinju, but who knows if it will be Mitsuki next, right? In fact, Orochimaru is one of the ninja who has extraordinary intelligence. Although, as we know, Orochimaru is a ninja who once conducted illegal experiments. But the point is, with all the abilities and experience that are so many, this seems to be something that is beneficial for Jura as the leader of them. And even if Orochimaru becomes Shinju, the fact will remain that the original form and all the information that Orochimaru has will not be lost when he becomes Shinju, right? Sometimes things we never imagined could happen. I think there will be many big plot twists that will happen in the future. For example, Kashin Koji, who was revealed in chapter 13, who awakened Otsutsuki Shibai's ability after almost being killed by Ishiki. And the point is, Masashi Kishimoto, as the best writer, will make us all surprised with his ideas. Oh yeah, if you don't agree that Orochimaru is a suitable person to become a Shinju, then who is the person who has great potential to become the next Shinju? I'd be happy if you guys give me your opinions. So that's probably all we've talked about Ryu and human Shinju. Likes and subs. I'm Nim. See you in the next episode. Bye bye, Data Bio.